Hello people of the internet, my name is George and welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online The Roundtable. Pretty much a podcast and everyone say hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
If I presume you're all, like everyone who's watching this should be following the Elder Scrolls Online. An AMA did come out earlier this week, and one of the main things we're going to start off talking about is that they've destroyed the modding community kind of thing. Do you all know about the situation with modding?
Not
Yeah.
too much.
Okay, pretty much the thing they've done is like scaled it back really much. Like originally, that anything was really loud. You could see the buffs on the enemy players and how long it's affecting them and stuff. But they've pretty much scaled that all the way back to like you can only see things affecting you, and the only thing you can see of them is like the numbers of their health. There's really not much about it. So that's pretty much what they've scaled it down to. They've scaled it back a crap ton, and modders aren't really happy about it because all the mods of major and beaters are pretty much useless now. So, I was going to say, what do you all think about this? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing, or are you not really bothered? You go first, Mai.
I'm personally not too bothered, but it's really unfortunate for the people who do like modding and like using mods. The possibility, like maybe I would want to download those mods later, but now that can't really be done. So I'm not too bothered, but I guess we'll see once the game comes out how much it really affects it.
Yeah.
I'll go. Yeah, I'm not really bothered because I'm not really a modding person, so it doesn't really affect me. But it can't, like Marty said, it does affect quite a lot of other people who kind of enjoy the modding thing. But then again, there's a lot of people kind of moaning about it on Reddit and stuff like them. So there is kind of two different ways you can look about it, but kind of same as Marty, it doesn't really affect me either.
Like for me, I'm quite happy that was done it because I thought I wanted everyone to be on an equal level playing field, and right now we've told back everyone is on an equal level playing field. I see why modders pissed off have worked hard to make these mods and now they're not allowed to use them, but the only mod I'm planning maybe using is a minimap mod because I pressed M a lot during the betas and I said I thought a minimap would be helpful. That's the only mod I'm planning to use. So, Jim, what do you think?
Yeah, I can't say I've got much to add to that. Not much myself, but I can see how some people who would use them might be upset over this. But it's definitely a good thing that everyone's on a level playing field in PvP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, what do you think?
I'm pretty happy with it as well because it reminds me of WoW and the way that WoW had so much going on, and part of the charm of this game is you're watching your screen and you're watching the action and not numbers and trying the time.
Yeah, I totally. I'm on the same point as you. So, well,
If I could kind of chip in another point, I think I kind of agreed more with do you know the idea that you brought in on the last time we did this, George?
Yeah.
There's like have a separate campaign for the ones who wanted to use mods, and so then like them people could be happy because then they can still use them, and then have like other campaigns in PvP the people who don't want to use them because then every kind of both parties are kind of happy then.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that does for the servers or anything. I'm not really technical.
Yeah, that might be really hard to implement.
Maybe, but
I'm going to go into that in the next topic, which is I'm going to be doing a brief summary of AMA, which came out. So the things we found out is the 5 days early access starts on 7 a.m. Sunday, 30th March for America, I think it is. The characters are obviously going to be rived if you're using beta, so all your beta characters are gone. The EU mega server is going to be hosted in the US initially, then migrated to EU. Some good news everyone should be happy about is Clash Shop. They're saying they're not going to be adding anything else apart from vanity packs and services such as name changes and server changes and stuff like that. So there's no buy to win anything. They're not planning to make it so you can play any race, any alliance, like any other way apart from pre-ordering it. And there is discounts for multi-month subscription which will be going on. They've changed starter islands again a bit more. They've made it so when you come spawn in the main city, right outside the door you wake up, there's a guy there saying, go over here, there's someone helping. That's if you want to. For future content, they'll be earning the first adventure zone, as we know, is Claglon, which will be going on to further detail later. There's no plan for speech bubbles. There's going to be quite big size expansions consistently. What else is there? There's quite a lot of role playing. We're working on ways to make role players a bit more happier, such as like allowing them to tag themselves, but there's no promise on that, and maybe costumes and way to trade them and stuff like that. Mods, we've pretty much just gone through all that. Guilds, there's quite a few more benefits from the guilds. It's been more people in guilds. And that's pretty much what you can raise to show off the guild you're in. Pretty much for fixing all the bugs. They've found the main bug what was causing the main issue during the last beta, and they're fixing that, and it'll be out for release. There's no plans for dueling. There is going to be future PvP content. Pretty much stuff we already know. Imperial City is not at the moment, but they're going to reveal plans at a later date. That's pretty much a quick summary of it all. There's a lot more. I haven't found the summary from Dolphy.net, and I'll put in the description for you guys to watch. Look through if you wanna if you're watching this, you can go through.
We'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, we will. So that's pretty much a quick summary. Are you all happy with what they've said, or are you quite upset about some things they've said? What do you think, guys? We'll start with Jim.
I'm happy with
how
they handled the starter islands.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm happy with how they handled the starter islands. I think that'll be good.
Yeah. I
agree.
Yeah, that's quite a big issue. Everyone's complaining about that. Couldn't find the star islands when they started, because how they've done it was quite hard. Because people didn't know that there's a guy in the harbours and stuff, and we didn't really go there, and we're missing content. So we fixed that by giving you an NPC straight outside your door.
Yeah. Should we go on to the next topic?
Pretty much the topics we're going to be talking about now are
subtopics
during the AMA. So, we're going to talk about things about post content. So such as there's going to be they're not planning to add no cloaks, no speech bubbles, but they are adding vampire, werewolf skills, and things to make healers better. So, are you all happy about that? Pretty much.
The cloaks kind of thing. It doesn't bother me because I'm not going to wear cloaks, but I know there's a lot of people wanting to get cloaks because I went on a poll that was on Reddit, and then there was one of the links, and there's that third favourite for what they wanted from post-launch content was cloaks. So I know a lot of people want that, but it doesn't really bother me. I'm happy there's no speech bubbles because I think them things are kind of just ugly, and they kind of do my head in when they're just flying all over. Then they're just on the screen. They get on my nerves. But it's good for werewolves and vampires because they're getting more skill, fitting more. So I think I'm kind of happy about the post-launch content kind of stuff.
Jim, you go.
Yeah. No cloaks doesn't bother me at all. I probably would never wear them. Speech bubbles, I think, could be interesting if they did that, but it's not game breaking that they're not doing it. I saw a post on the Reddit that had a really good looking design for speech bubbles.
I saw that.
If everyone's using them, it'd get cluttered so quickly. So,
did you guys play RuneScape by any chance? Any of you, or is it just me here?
Sorry.
Did any of you guys play RuneScape?
Play what?
RuneScape.
Oh yeah.
That's what it would be
way
like.
back.
When do you remember before the Grand Exchange? The only way to sell things was spamming. That's what it'd just be like. It would be horrible, and I just don't think it would. I think the chat box in bottom left corner is the way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, that works for me. I'm happy with how they're doing it.
Agreed. Same.
Yeah. The thing is, if I'm not bothered about them not adding caves, because if they wanted caves, people want customization in their caves. And the only thing where I think they'll represent a guild in a cape is that you'll be able to be logos, and then they're not going to add logos for one reason and one reason only. There'll be a crap ton of dicks in the game. Let's just be honest. It'll just happen. Do you remember if you played Black Ops on whatever console, and you could customize your own emblem, couldn't you? How many times you just saw explicit, inappropriate stuff on people's emblems? Doesn't kind of follow the Elder Scrolls universe and the law and stuff, and it'd be game breaking seeing a dick with a cape on a cape flying past walk past you. You don't want to see that.
Got to be more imaginative people.
It's like I'm 10-year-old at home. What can I do to my cape? Dick. That's what that. What about you, John? What do you think of all this post content?
Yeah, about it might be nice if it was going to be like something else you could enchant, but you're right, it probably would be a lot of dicks and scenes from Leslie Argonian Maid. So, and the chat bubbles, I really don't like the idea of having them either. I think it's going to be just fine to have zone chat, which I can turn off, basically because the same reason the cloak logo thing wouldn't really work, because people are going to be dicks, and if you have all the chat bubbles, you're kind of always cluttered around with stupid stuff.
And the point with that is that the Elder Scrolls are known to be immersive games, fermented games. Bring you in the world, make you feel like you're in the world, and seeing chat bubbles is not a thing. And the thing is, what confuses me, role players are complaining that there's no chat bubbles. Which kind of confuses me, because if you're a role player, you want, a thing of role players make you feel like you're in the world of Elder Scrolls. Wouldn't a speech bubble on top of the head ruin that for you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of confused by why they're complaining too.
Yeah, well, plus you can, if they wanted to talk to someone and say, there's two people that want to talk to each other, they can just add to a group of chat in their own chat box in the bottom left. So, I don't really see their argument there.
So, that's...
But I think, I think there's a good thing to get more healers in the game, because they talked about the ratio between the amount of DPSs and healers, and they said they needed more healers in the game, and then they're trying to get more healers. I think that's kind of a good idea.
Like with the guy who actually sent the question, why the hell do you guys hate healers? And they said, we've kind of realised due to beat on feedback that there's not enough skill lines for healers, there's not enough abilities and stuff for them, so they're adding more things to it, so healers are more happy and there's more healers in the game.
All good.
Yeah.
And plus they're getting more of a skill lines for vampires and werewolves, and there's a lot of them out there, especially vampires. So that's going to make more people happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much that one. The next thing is they're saying there's not going to have any draw, then they're not planning it. The only way they can have it is in the game. After a while, if we still want it, we voice our opinions on it and say we want it, they'll maybe put it in. But no, there's no drawing at the start, and we're not planning to add it for a few months. So what do you all think of that? So we'll mix up a bit. We'll start with John. What do you think?
I'm not really. I've heard a lot of people really upset about it, and I think eventually they're pretty much going to be forced into doing it. But I do see their point too, that it takes away from Cyrodiil.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to have a dedicated setup for low player, or not low player, but small group PvP. It's not really what I want to be doing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, okay, I'm not going to talk. I'll do mine last. What do you think, Jim? Jim?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I reckon drilling would be pretty cool. It's a good way that you could use to hone your skills and stuff in a less stressful environment than the Cyrodiil. So yeah, I'd probably like to see it at some point.
Marty?
Sorry, I totally misheard what everybody was talking about.
We're talking about there's no dueling at the start, or we're not planning to add it for a few months.
No dueling.
I
I don't really mind. Whenever I play MMOs and people try to duel me, I usually deny it anyway, because I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
MIE or like large scale PvP. And I usually don't try to duel people. Like, yeah, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Like with me, Jordan, what like I said, I played ESOnday, and me and one of my closest mates back then played it together, and we always made rages under the Jordan. I forgot what it's called, the place where you draw, and that's the only reason I enjoyed it, because it was a good thing to test your ability on mates and say you can actually brag about if someone comes up to you in chat, oh, I'm so much better than you at PvPs. You can actually just say challenge me then, and then that's the only thing that I would like Jordan. I would like the option to have it. But that's what I think.
They said they weren't going to add it ever.
They said only if people voice their opinions enough later on a later date.
Should I go?
Yeah.
I'd really want dueling in the game. Well, no, not really want. I'd like to have it, like as George used to, like as a choice. But because there is times like when you go into PvP when you don't just want to have like go into a massive scale battle. But there's like times when you just want to like have small scale on like 2-on-2 or 3-on-2 or 3-on-3 or so on. And you've kind of paying at times it's kind of like a bit annoying to try and find people to kind of do that. So I think like a dueling system would kind of like do that well, because I know a lot of people want it, and
it would be a good option.
Yeah, it'd be a good option for people who don't want it. They can just ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it'd be good to bring in, but say like if they don't really want to bring it in and add in more ways to improve like the serial PvPs they've got, then I think I'd rather prefer them to do that. But yeah, it's not like a huge issue, but it concerns me a little bit.
Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
I think though, like, eventually, I can see why we're not. We want people to get into the initial PvP they have. We want everyone to concentrate on that and experience that. And I think they're thinking if they release the arena and dueling content, that might take away some experience from Cyrodiil. That's the only reason. And I see why they've done it. So that's pretty much that. The next.
To be honest, I think the people going like, oh, we want dueling. I think that's kind of going to scale down once they actually play the more, because they'll get so involved in the PvP. I think they'll kind of not be so bothered with it as they are now.
Yeah.
So I think their kind of that point will kind of be scaled down. To be honest, I don't think it'll be ever put in, but it could do. I could be wrong.
I reckon it'll eventually put in. I don't know when, but I reckon it will. So the next topic is going to be pretty much about guilds. There's like two topics to talk about. It's going to be about you can have guild tabards and insignias on armor. So explain that, Connor. I don't really.
Yeah, the kind of like logos. So like George said about like customizing your own logos, like having loads of dicks and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of been taken up, but you kind of have a way to represent your guild on some of your armor, which is good because yeah, it kind of shows. Say like if if your guild's going into a massive PvP battle, then you're all going in dressed in similar gear and got like the same logo, and I think that's going to be pretty cool.
I think that
I hope you can put it on a shield.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think they would, because shields come under apparel, don't they? So I think you might be able to.
Like imagine you trying to put a logo on your like the most expensive shield you get, and then like no one wants to buy it because it's got your guild logo or something.
Yeah.
But
maybe it would go away if you were to sell it.
Probably. Yeah.
Like it wouldn't. It would only appear if you put it on, and if it didn't apply to another player.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be on there, because otherwise that would just cause a lot of confusion, I think.
Yeah, probably.
What? So.
Well, do you want to go, Jim? Do you want to have anything to chip?
I don't really have anything to add. Customization's nice and stuff, but it doesn't really bother me, to be honest.
Okay. John, do you have anything to say?
Not really. The armor's already customizable enough for me, so it's kind of a cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's good for the guilds, but say like they're gonna have to have like a lot of set different designs, because if they're gonna have just a few, then they're gonna be in one, then it's not gonna really be the same.
Do you remember games where you have to like I don't know. Well, me and Connor play FIFA, and when you create like your own creation team in like FIFA 6, we got rid of it now, but we had like a shield, like 5 different shields, different colours, and then 5 little different like a bear, an eagle, and stuff. It'll be something like that, I think, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like Halo,
probably.
almost.
Yeah, it'd be like templates and stuff. You have a template, you have to.
Mm.
There'll be similar people. There'll be similar guilds with your logo. That's the only downside I can think of. But
Yeah, but it's good all around
yeah.
because a lot of people wanted this anyway.
So after that, the guild numbers have been increased from 300 to 500. Everyone thought it was originally 300. They released it was only 300, but they've tested it out on we can have 500
500.
people. So I can't see any negatives about that. It's quite positive all around for
Yeah,
like
it's great.
for YouTubers and stuff to want to play their subscribers. So like I don't know if any of you guys watch Shoddycast, but they was gonna have to have like multiple guilds. That might have to be lowered down a bit now because they can have more people in like 3 guilds. So it's just better for everyone, I think.
And it's going to be good for guild battles as well, because there's going to be more people in more PvP, possibly depending on PvP guilds. So that's going to be good. It's
Go Connor. Connor.
yeah. I'm just saying it's just general goodness.
Yeah.
I'm just happy about it.
John.
I think it's a good thing because guilds can fill up really quick. It is going to leave the very small like group of friends who know each other in real life kind of at a worse point, but then again they can always join up with an actual big guild and do fine.
Yeah. Marty.
Yeah,
You said your word, Connor. Let me.
I know. I'm just.
Go, Marty.
Yeah, I don't think wrong with increasing the guild member number. Like, yeah, it's good. 300 was a bit too small, I think. So to increase it is definitely a good thing. I can't think of any negatives for that.
I'm about to say that I reckon it's going to be all round better for guilds, every single guild, because if they're small numbers, that means the elite, like there's the elite guilds that are just going to be brilliant. There's no chance of the smaller group, the better the elite groups will be, if you know what I mean. There are more elite players in, but if they're bigger, the less elite players is going to be in for each guild, and it's going to be spread out in more. That's why I think it's going to be better for PvP. It's going to be, we can't control everyone, and it's a bit better. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, bigger guilds is definitely a good thing. Slightly related.
I think it'll be better for the economy too, since it's based around guild stores. You can find a guild with more stuff, that is relevant, rather than smaller guilds. You have to go from keep to keep to keep looking through their stores, and it could get aggravating.
That's what I was exactly about to say when I was about to chip in a bit ago.
Sorry.
It's all right.
So after that topic,
Yeah, all around good.
it's all good. So after that topic, have you all seen the release times? So is it? Let me get to it. There we go. So for 5 days early access, this is for mainly reviewers. If you're in North America, it is 7 a.m. on Sunday 30th of March. For UK, which is me and Connor, it's 12 p.m. Sunday March 30th. So Central Europe, like Germany and that, it's 1 p.m. Sunday March 30th. Sydney, it is 10 p.m. Sunday March. Singapore, it's 7 p.m. And then for 3 days early access, it's pretty much it's 7 a.m. Tuesday for North America. It's pretty much the same, just a different date. It's the exact same time zones, but just different dates. So for 3 days early access, April 1st, and for launch is April 4th. So that's for early access times. I won't be playing at 12 a.m. me personally, because I've got college the next day, which I don't know what if that is in America. Is it
High school, not high school. Finish at 18 in America. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we finished.
Yeah,
We go.
we'll call it school.
We'll call it school. So we've got college, school in the morning. So that's pretty much time. What versions of the game are you all getting again? John, what version of the game are you getting? And are you getting Imperial? Are you pre-ordered it, or are you waiting for release?
I have the Imperial, and I already requested off the week of the early access so that I can play as much as possible.
the whole week.
I would do the exact same
Yep.
if I could work, and yeah, because
Well, the only problem I see with it is if early access is buggy, I'm going to be like livid. Partly with myself too, but
the people who are making this, it's the same company who made this other MMO. I can't remember what it is, but their other MMO they made was the smoothest MMO released to date.
Oh, you're on about?
I can't remember what game was it. It was.
Okay, we heard it somewhere. We saw it somewhere,
It was in
and then
Shadowcast. Another.
yeah, and then I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, but I think I don't think it'll be very buggy because it's kind of releasing itself in stages. Like it's not coming out all at once. It's coming in 5 days, and like there'll be another load coming in on 3 days, and then there'll be a big load coming in on release day. So like it's go on,
The only
George.
thing I can imagine is like if there's an hour of bugginess, or a couple of hours. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think generally it's going to be smooth. Anyone have anything to chip in?
One thing I thought was quite interesting is they were advertising it as being released on the 4th of April. Despite in America it coming out on the 3rd.
It's third.
I thought that was quite interesting.
Yes.
It's the 4th everywhere else, but
yeah, I just saw that 7 a.m. Sunday, 30th of March. Wait, where is it? Yeah, 7 p.m. It's because, to be fair, I reckon because North America's probably going to be the biggest amount of people playing it. So we just
and that's why I thought it was interesting that they're not basing their advertising on the American release date. They're basing it on the release date in other places.
I think actually that time was more so that when retailers were actually able to sell it at midnight, it would already be up and running.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah. So, Jim, Mike, what version of the game you got?
I pre-ordered the standard edition.
Same as me. I've pre-ordered a physical one because I've got 1 megabyte per second internet. It would take me like 3 days to download the game, so I needed the DVD copy.
Yeah, I went for the digital.
Yeah. What about you, Jim?
I still haven't.
So you might have to. You were waiting for the actual release, April 4th, or?
No, possibly today. I'm not really sure.
Green Man Gaming's the best place to go, by the way, people. They've got insane deals.
Yeah.
That's why I pre-ordered mine on.
20% off vouchers
And stuff. So I paid £34 for my my copy, which is 30% off because it was a hard copy. I don't know what that makes sense because it normally costs more from hard copies, but I'm not complaining.
I pre-ordered the standard physical edition because you get. I'm going to presume that you're going to get maps and stuff with the physical one and stuff like that. And yeah, it's quicker to do on my laptop, so I just kind of went for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, gonna go.
Yeah.
So
I've got no. I don't think there's any real complaints about the release times or anything.
I'm happy that it's at 7 a.m. because then I'll have the whole day on Sunday to just like go at it.
Yeah, well, for me, it's 12, but like, I don't get from college until 4, so as soon as I get in, I can play it then, so it's fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? Yeah, we forgot to put a mention about the prices. Have you all seen how much it's going to cost for monthly for the games if you buy in bulk?
No.
So let me just have a quick read it because I forgot the tab.
Oh, it's if you buy the subscription fee for 90 days, I think it's £7.99 a month, which is I can't remember what that is in. George will say when he gets it up. It won't take too long.
Okay, it's on the front page of Reddit, so here we are. Constant membership. I'll do it in dollars because it's a wide range of people probably watching this as American. So, for 30 days it's $14, not $14.99, which we knew already. But if you buy the 90-day bulk, it's $13.99 for a month then. But if you buy the half-year membership, it's $12.99 for half a year a month. So 6 times $12.99, whatever that is. So $13.65. Is that $78? Am I wrong there? I might be off. I don't know, but I'm gonna be when possible buy the half year membership because it's a lot cheaper. You save like 15 odd quid. So
Yeah, I'll probably do the same.
I'm quite confused why they haven't actually put like a full year membership. I don't know why they haven't done that. Like most services have like 3 months, 6 months, a year.
Yeah, like Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll buy it in bulk, but it depends on finances at the time when I get it.
The first
Yeah.
first month is free anyway, so.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it was kind of coming that we kind of knew that there's going to be discounts because there usually is with these kind of things
We knew
when you pay monthly things.
The thing that confuses me, people are complaining on Reddit that there's not like a lifetime service, and like people are complaining, but people like a lifetime, and there's these people that backfire that every game, most games will have lifetime memberships. It's worse for the game because it's discounted so low, the company's not getting as much money, and they have to go free to play really quick, and it ruins the game and stuff, and it's just, I just think it's better this way, and people got to complaining. You're getting money off on the long run. It's saving you money, so.
I think there's bigger issues to be complaining about, to be honest.
Definitely.
What do you think, Jim? About which are you buying bulk or are you just going to pay monthly?
I'd probably go for the middle one. But I'm still trying to find out what subscription price will be in Australia, because a while back I found it said quite specifically 15 Australian dollars, which means it would have been cheaper in Australia than America.
Are you? Yeah.
But I can't find it at all on the site now, so I'm wondering if it's still $15
And don't
or if it's 15 US.
don't Australians normally get screwed over with pricing?
Normally,
Yes,
yeah. So if you actually want
I've
to,
seen it like was it the Xbox?
the Imperial Edition is something like $120.
Like
Whoa.
I saw on somewhere that you can get, was it, to buy Photoshop in Australia, it's worth buying a ticket to America, go all the way to America, buy Photoshop, and then fly back to Australia, and you'd still save money.
Yep.
To buy
Yep.
Photoshop.
That's which is why,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
For once, UK's actually got a benefit. We're saving it like 6p. We're
God save the Queen.
6p more than we save 6 more people in America. Europe's got like an extra quid on or something, so they're not happy. But
Damn Europeans.
we're European con on long, don't forget. But we're weird because we have a different currency. So that's pretty much it. But most countries get screwed over.
Yeah, should we go on, George?
Yeah, so like what do we? I don't think John and Marty said what they're getting. Are you buying in bulk or what? Start with Marty.
I'll probably go for bulk if I can do bulk at the time, but if not, I'll pay for a few months and then do bulk. But definitely, bulk is in my field of vision.
You, John?
I'm gonna wait, see how it goes, and if the game is as good as I think it's going to be, I'll end up buying bulk. But I'm gonna wait a little bit because if the turnout is bad or something, and they have to lower the price, the 6 months may not hold up, and
Yeah, I see what you mean. But I think it was Lord of the Rings Online what did something like that. They somehow gave like people who paid monthly like the lifetime subscription or the long term subscription and weren't free to play. They kind of gave them something. I can't remember what they did, but they did something for the users of the game and stuff.
yeah, and I'm sure they would do that here too. But nonetheless, I'm
I see what
just gonna hold off.
Yeah. So that's everyone's views on it. So the last thing of it is the developer question of the week. I'll edit it into a video, but the developer question of the week is what is everyone's favourite part of the beta been? What is, out of all the beta you have played, what has been your favourite part of it? If that makes sense.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Because I kind of know mine. I told before about my PvP story when I was kind of like I was part of this big group moving from keep to keep trying to get this guy Emperor, and then there was an Elder Scroll coming by and everyone was chasing that. I know there was so much fighting going on and the time flew by and it was so much fun. And yeah, and that's definitely my favourite one by a mile.
Jim? Jim?
Favorite part? I don't know. Probably playing through the main storyline as far as I could, and just walking around exploring the world.
You did, you did the total opposite of me with common storyline. How many times I walked past a prophet just hovering there because I didn't want to do any of the main storyline because until the actual game comes out.
Yeah.
I avoided that. I just got out of Cold Harbour and went onto the main island and then I just said screw it, I'm not talking to you anymore and just did side quests. Because I wanted to. I left I wouldn't be playing Outer Mode Dominion. I've left that completely oblivious. I haven't played him. I've played him at Ebonheart, Pact and Daggerfall, but I haven't played in my Outer Mode Dominion yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marty, what's your favourite part of the B2B and when?
I think it was when I made my Ebonheart character and I was just wandering around doing quests and I came across this Argonian and randomly asked them to like join a party and we ended up playing together for like 2 hours, going on quests, like talking, having a good time, and it was just really nice. Another person, and the fact that I didn't know them to begin with was even cooler. Like making a new friend.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
That was good.
That's what I'm looking forward to. The guilds and meeting people you don't think you'd get along. Like finding new mates in game, like the Elder Scrolls in the universe, and playing with them regularly and stuff like that. That's what I'm looking forward to. The community and stuff. John.
I really like the PvP, but my favorite part was grouping up with guildmates and doing the world bosses. We got wiped like a million times, but we finally beat him. We did the one netch that has the two smaller ones and the one big one. We finally figured out, okay, if we can kill one of the small ones, he won't respawn. And finally, once we figured that out, we got one down, killed all three, and we were like, yes, and it was a great moment.
I tell you, man, when you've been I do coding at school, college, and it's kind of like this, like, you find this error, and when you actually fix it, you're like, for God, yes, and you feel buzzing for like the next 5 minutes and stuff. I can relate and stuff. But my favourite game is just actually just getting into it and just like all the doubt before playing the game. Everyone's saying it's gonna fail and everything, and when you actually get to play the game and you just like, this game's got some actual really good hope and prospects of it, and it's just like thank fuck for that. Because everyone's like, everyone says it's gonna fail, it's gonna be crap, because all the early release leaked footage of the beta with a minimap and everything, everyone wasn't happy with it, but seeing the outcome of the game and what it's going to be like it gives me a lot of hope for the game and that it's going to last.
It's faithful to its name.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
I think that's it for this week, is it?
That's it about this week. So about 40 minutes long. We have to end it, but oh well. So I hope you all guys enjoyed the video, watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all the normal crap. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing more, hopefully. Might have to, because the game's coming out and there won't be much news, but we're going to have to maybe extend it for every month or something, stuff like that. But I think we've got one more in 2 weeks we can do, because where everyone's opinions on the game we've been playing and everything. But after that we may have to make it a bit longer. So that probably will be happening. But I hope you enjoyed the videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Everyone say bye.
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 Bye-bye.
And stop.